Hello everyone, this is VUEROID. We have released a brand new firmware update version 1.4.2. So in this video, I'm going to walk through what is updated in version 1.4.2 and what improvements and changes have been made. Oh, before you start watching, please make sure your S1's firmware is updated to version 1.4.2 and that your VUEROID Hub app is running the latest version. If you're not sure how to update the firmware, you can check out the step-by-step guide video in the video linked below. Once you have confirmed that, let's jump right in. First up, improved image quality for HDR+Infinite plate capture and normal recording modes. Version 1.4.2, we have concentrated on enhancing HDR+Infinite plate capture and normal recording modes, with the goal of making license plates much clearer to see. Next up, operation mode support has been expanded. Now, the operation mode, which was known as HDR timer in the previous firmware, can be used not only in HDR mode but also in HDR+Infinite plate capture mode. Operation mode is a feature that automatically turns on HDR only during the time period you specify and switches back to normal mode outside of that time. Previously, this feature could only be enabled in HDR mode, but starting with this version, this can also be activated in HDR+Infinite plate capture mode. Next up, privacy mode has been added. Let's say maybe you're using the interior cam or recording audio with your dash cam. At some point, you might find yourself in a situation where you need to show your dash cam footage to someone else. But what if your appearance captured by the interior cam or audio that you don't want others to hear was recorded along with the footage, making it uncomfortable to share that video with a third party? This would be a pretty awkward situation. But at the same time, turning the interior cam on and off every single time can be inconvenient. And moreover, changing this setting requires formatting the SD card. Therefore, if you have not backed up your footage, that can put you in a difficult situation and it also takes the necessary time. On top of that, even after turning off the interior cam, and if you also want to disable audio recording, you may feel this process even more, cumbersome. When it comes to audio recording, there can be another inconvenient situation as well. For example, imagine you're driving and you want to quickly turn off the audio recording. On the S1, you can use the mic button as a shortcut to cycle between audio recording on, off, and event modes. However, to cycle through these three modes, you may have to press the mic button multiple times. And if you accidentally pass the mode you actually wanted, you may end up needing to press it several more times again. For instance, let's say audio recording is currently set to on and you want to temporarily turn it off. So I'm going to press the mic button to cycle through the options.
Event audio recording enabled. Audio recording disabled. Audio recording enabled.
And oops, while driving, I accidentally press it one more time. So now the audio recording is on again. And if this happens, you will have to click and click again just to turn it off. If you're in the middle of driving and cannot fully focus on this is absolutely the kind of situation that could easily happen. So, to address situations where this could become inconvenient, depending on the scenario, we created a new feature called privacy mode. And the way to use it is very simple. Let's assume that the device is currently in driving recording mode and that I am driving. So right now, I have the system connected in a 3-channel setup, and if you look at the status bar at the top, you may see the audio recording is on and the front, rear, and interior cam are all activated. Now, while in this driving recording state, I'll press and hold the view mode button.
Privacy mode on.
You'll hear a voice prompt saying privacy mode on, and a text notification will appear indicating that privacy mode has been applied immediately. If you look at the status bar again, you'll see that audio recording has been turned off. For audio recording, it will be turned off regardless of whether it was previously set to on or event mode. And if you look at this icon here, you'll notice that a new icon has appeared, a human symbol with a shield and a check mark. This icon indicates that privacy mode has been activated. In other words, regardless of whatever settings you previously had configured, and once you turn on the privacy mode, the interior cam is immediately deactivated without requiring an SD card format. And audio recording is also deactivated at the same time. This allows you to protect your privacy in situations where you may need to share your footage with someone else. This lone key shortcut using the view mode button only works while S1 is in driving recording mode. Cool. Moreover, this feature is not only available by long pressing the view mode button. You can also go into settings, open the camera settings, scroll to the very bottom, select privacy mode, and turn it on or off from there. If I press the confirm button to turn it on, you will see a guide message appear. As shown in the message, it also explains that you can use privacy mode as a shortcut by long pressing the view mode button, which is exactly what I mentioned earlier. Once you press confirm, privacy mode will be turned on like this. Turning it off works the same way. Press confirm to turn it off, and the guide message will appear again. And if you press confirm once more, privacy mode will be turned off. If you don't want to see this shortcut guide message again, simply select do not show this again at the bottom. And if you do want to see this message again later, performing a factory reset initialize will make the guide message appear again. So, whether you use it by long pressing the view mode button or by using it through the settings menu, the choice is yours. Protect your privacy more conveniently. Next up, mounting position guideline has been added to live view within the VUEROID Hub app. For dashcam, adjusting the angle as accurately as possible is really essential to capture optimal footage. Previously, when installing your front-rear cameras, you needed to adjust the angle by visually estimating the correct position by looking at the vehicle's front hood line or rear trunk line. And this was only depending on your eyes to find the optimal angle. But of course, that's only an approximation, and that does not guarantee precise vertical angle alignment. We definitely know how important this is, so we added a guideline feature to help you find the correct angle when installing the S1's front and rear cameras. First, connect your S1 and your smartphone with Wi-Fi using the VUEROID Hub app. Once connected, tap the Light View button at the bottom. Then you'll see the real-time light view screen along with 5 buttons at the bottom. Among them, you'll notice the newly added Guide button. Once you tap this guide button, a message will appear saying please align the horizon with this line along with the guideline on the screen. All you need to do is align the horizon shown on the dashcam screen with this line. Very simple. The same process also applies to the rear camera. Among these 5 buttons, tap the camera select button on the far left. This will show you the list of cameras you're currently using. Select the rear camera. You'll then see the rear camera's live view, and just like before, use the guideline and align the horizon on the screen with the indicated area. Next, GPS time sync feature has been added. S1 uses its built-in GPS to set the time accurately. However, there may occasionally be environments where GPS reception is difficult, such as underground parking areas. When you're setting up the S1 in these areas, it may sometimes fail to receive the correct time through GPS. And this can create inconvenient situations during the dashcam installation process. To solve this, we added a feature that allows you to synchronize the time of your smartphone with S1 using the VUEROID Hub app. So first, connect your S1 and the VUEROID Hub app using Wi-Fi, then tap More in the bottom menu and enter Settings. Scroll down and you'll see Time Zone. So tap this and you'll notice the clock button in the top right corner. When you tap this, a message will appear at the bottom saying Time Sync Current Time Updated from Phone. This means that the time information from your smartphone has been transmitted directly to the S1. With this feature, you can easily synchronize the correct time even in areas where GPS reception is difficult. Next up, a GPS signal strength check feature has been added. If you go into the settings on S1 and open System Information under the System menu, you'll now notice that a new second page indicator appears in the top right corner, shown as 1 out of 2, something that was not there before. If you press down to move to the next page, you'll be able to check the GPS signal strength currently being received by the S1. Finally, the feature called Power Off Voltage and Low Power Mode Entry Time has been updated. There's a bit of a rename here. Discharge Cutoff Voltage is now called Power Off Voltage, and Discharge Cutoff Time has been updated to Low Power Mode Entry Time. So, what do these actually do? Power off voltage is the threshold where your dashcam will completely shut down to prevent your car battery from draining. Once the battery hits your set voltage, the camera powers off automatically. Now, here's where things get more interesting. Previously, low power mode entry time, which was known as discharge cutoff time, would just turn the dashcam off after a set period, stopping all recording. Now, after recording in parking mode for the set amount of time, the dashcam does not shut off, and instead, it switches into extreme low power mode. It stays in this ultra efficient state, and once an event is detected, the dashcam records the moment and then checks the battery voltage. If the voltage drops to the preset power off threshold, the dashcam will completely shut down to prevent battery drain. There is also a new auto option added to this setting. When set to auto, and once the battery hits the configured voltage, the dashcam automatically switches into extreme low power mode to keep protecting your vehicle's battery. Instead of shutting down, it stays in this extreme low power state, and the moment S1 detects an impact, it wakes up and records the event. And after that, it goes into the extreme low power mode again. And one more thing here. If you have already set your parking mode to extreme low power mode, the dashcam will jump straight into extreme low power mode as soon as the engine is turned off. Great! That's it for this update. Enjoy the better experience with these newly updated features.